Hello and welcome to day 15, December the 15th already. Now, one of my very favorite time management tips is what I call jump in for 10. And this is super simple, but if there's something that you've been putting off, and there are lots of things I put off, both things for work and things in my home, life admin stuff too. And because it just feels like something you don't really want to do, it's not something you enjoy. And then I use my jump in for 10. Can I do just 10 minutes of it? Now, there are some things that once you start, you cannot give up after 10 minutes. They have to go through to completion. But there are many, many things that we could just do 10 minutes of. And of course, then the chances are that you'll do much more than 10 minutes. You might do 15, you might do an hour, it depends on what it is. But it's a really good way of getting you started. And if you want to stop after 10 minutes, well, you've made some progress. You might have made a mess with something, but you've made some progress. So just knowing that you don't have to, continue for ages and ages can be just a really good psychological sort of trick to help you get started with something that you've been putting off. Now, I mentioned right back on day one about my Christmas cards. That is something that I was using with that, right? I'll just do 10 minutes or I'll just do 10 cards. And that's worked really, really well. And it means that all my cards are now done. So success. So thank you for joining me on the Advent calendar, because me doing these videos has really helped me to be more organized and to be calmer as well throughout Advent so far. Now, for our relaxation today, I'm going to talk to you about the physiological sigh. I'll put a link to Dr. Andrew Huberman in the email talking about it, but it's been researched to show it to be a relaxing sigh or a relaxing breath. It's also called cyclic sighing. And what it is that you take a really good breath in, fill up your lungs, but then you take, when you think your lungs are full, you take an extra sip of air, and then you let your breath out nice and slowly. So let me try and demonstrate. So a good breath in when you feel your lungs are pretty full, but then you just manage to take that extra little bit and let your breath out. So again. And it's definitely a breath that I use if I wake up in the night and I'm having trouble going back to sleep. That's one that I'll try and do for a number of rounds of that, maybe up to 10 or something like that. It can just really help to relax the body, help to send me back into a state of sleep. And it's known as quite I don't know if primitive is the right word, but babies do it. Sometimes you'll watch a baby and they're sleeping and they'll suddenly do this little sort of extra shudder. And dogs are the same. They'll be sleeping contentedly and you'll sometimes see them doing a little extra shudder. And once you notice it, know about it, you'll probably catch yourself doing it occasionally as well. I know that I certainly do now that I know about the physiological sigh. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.